Hey everyone, how you doing? This is Lynn Serrano with Live, Love, Laugh, and Let Go Out Loud. And today I think we're going to be laughing our asses off. I've got a great lady on here and it's just going to be funny, funny, funny. So let me do a little intro video and I'll be right back with her. So hold on. Oh my goodness, it's a snowy day and today we have a comedian on the show. It's Danette. Welcome.
How are you doing?
Welcome, beautiful. I'm so excited to have you here. She might look a little familiar. She tried to hang out at the bar with me the other day and that just didn't work out. And then today, before we got on the show, my laptop was dead. I think she has something to do with electronics or something. I don't know. But welcome to the show. How about if you introduce yourself a little bit, and it's going to be a ride, you guys. You're going to want to share this one out.
Well, good morning. And I'm Dannette Flint, and I am from Georgia, in case you can't tell, not Alabama. I'm from Georgia. So I am a comedian, and I am probably about 60 miles northeast of Atlanta, between Atlanta and Greenville, South Carolina. So, and I'm so excited to be here today and have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm just going to wing it and talk. That's what I do best.
Well, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing, and I show up every day. Matter of fact, I'm just laughing here because we kind of just went by, and talked a little bit before the show, and I got so excited. I'm like, man, where do I start with this girl? But you know what? I'm going to start here. It's not even starting where you thought I was going to start. Let's get this out of the table. Why did you become a comedian other than making people laugh? Let's get that out of the table. Let's just go for it.
Okay. Because I had other people say I was funny, not because I thought that I was funny enough to be a comedian. Being a stand-up comedian is what I've always wanted to do, but never thought I could until I had people telling me that's where I needed to be. So I had a friend who set me up in Atlanta at the Punchline on an open mic, and I was scared to death. I mean, like throw up sick, didn't know what in the world I was doing. And it went from there. It's been great since then.
I think it's been 11 or 12 years ago. I had it on my bucket list to do comedy, and all of a sudden I knew it was amateur comedy. I'm like, okay, I'm doing this. But I don't drink, and I had like 4 kamikazes and 2 screwdrivers. I went up there. I just interviewed somebody that did the same thing, not drink like I did, but do stand-up comedy for the first time. Was that time. And I'm like, I'm so glad that people didn't have cameras. He goes, well, I think there's a video of you out there doing that. I'm like, there is. So I haven't seen it yet. I'm probably gonna be like paying a lot of money, GoFundMe, to make sure that doesn't come out.
I'm just praying there's nothing of my first show. Nothing.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Pitter's in the house. Pitter's here.
Oh, I just love her.
Oh yeah, I love her too. You know, it's funny you bring up Pitter right now because let me see here. Let's see. Hold on. I don't even know what this has here, but Pitter's in the house. So here we go.
Oh my gosh. Hello, Danette. Oh, I'm super excited that you're on her show, on Lynn's show today. Lynn, you're going to have an amazing time. Everybody watching is going to have an amazing time. If you're rewatching this, do not turn it off. Keep watching. Danette is in the house. She's amazing. But I'm telling you one thing. Do not let her go in your car. Ever. She will find some stuff in your car, and just don't let her go in your car. Y'all have a great show. Bye.
I had no idea she was going to bring that up. But now that she brought that up, we need to... People... okay, when I do a show, I check people out. If you got stuff on social media and you want to be on my show, you're open for everything. And I found this on her page, and I know what Pitter's talking about. And so I'm going to play this here because it just, you got to watch this.
I'm here with my amazing girlfriend, Dannette Flint. She's a comedian. We just got done at the Women of Ministry.
The Winneman.
Women of Ministry conference or luncheon here at up in Alpharetta.
Yeah.
So,
well, we came out. We were going to sit in the car for a few minutes, and if you've never been in a photographer's car, oh my gosh, you're missing so much fun. She's got clothes back there. She's talking about the different clothes. Yes, wardrobe. Excuse me. Well, anyway, I thought, oh, the clothes are cute, but no, the other things I found in the car. I'm plundering in the door over here. I found a paintbrush that's got like body paint on it, sticky stuff. I'm hoping it's body paint. And this is a pump. Here, let me show you. It's a pump. Don't know what she's pumping up, but she's been pumping something. And then I found these little jewels. Yes, they are lights. They don't work.
they're flashlights. We go crabbing down on the beach.
Yeah, so
Or
they
frog
don't
gigging,
work.
Frog gigging,
The
fishing.
batteries are gone. The batteries are gone.
I have batteries. I have a lot of batteries.
I bet you do have a lot of batteries.
Can you see my face?
Yes, look. This thing, ooh. I don't know what she's shaving up going down the road. She said, oh, that's for my nose hairs or something.
Or
Did she-
clients' nose hairs.
Oh.
Hang on, wait. Greg Savage knows about nose hairs. So, Greg Savage, I'm calling you out right there.
Yeah, and I
Hey, Griff, what's up? What's up, Griff?
and so this is a, she said that this is a lint roller. There's lots of hair on it, so we're going to take her word at that. And this thing, look. What in the world? What is this? She just said,
It cleans the screen, like right here. Wait. It, well, maybe. It cleans the screen.
you're good. I bet as a child you were a good liar, too. Mm-hmm. This was the best thing, because see, I don't have on my glasses, so I can't read. All I can read, though, is pot. Some kind of pot, and it is charky?
Charity pot.
Charity
it goes
pot.
into the charity pot.
Yeah,
It's for Lush. Does everybody know what Lush is?
No,
at the
charity
mall?
pot means somebody done gave her some free stuff. Isn't that right?
I don't even drink water with lemon.
Oh,
But yeah, it goes, this is Lush, if you want to go to Lush at the mall, so you can get some Lush, so, yes. But let me tell you, Danette is a comedian, if you can't tell, and no telling what else. Oh, yeah, see.
don't be getting your pot on my shirt.
How did you all be beat up today?
Oh, yeah, she did.
Yeah.
I was able to go into some, sit at the VIP table right there front. Look, we're even going to Walt Disney World. VIP. On the 7th of May.
Yes.
Oh, look. I'm telling you, there's all kinds of stuff. There's lotion. There's jewelry. I am not picking that up. I'm not picking that up. Somebody's contacts. There's books. There's, what in the,
Top Golf.
Mm-hmm.
Top Golf. Who wants to go play with me?
I didn't say that. She did. Oh, but listen, Peter is a wonderful photographer. She is able to make me look like 4 years younger than I really am, because I'm 57, and sometimes Peter can make me look like I'm 62. Let's see what else we can find. And there's Love Ran Red.
Well, who's it by?
Chris Tomlin.
Chris Tomlin.
Yes.
So with all my toys, I got Christian music going on.
Oh. There's no better way. There's no better way.
Okay, enough of that.
See, that's why I have to be careful. I have to be very careful.
Oh my goodness, that is so funny. Okay, so I'm going to throw some questions in here, and then we're just going to keep going down this road. So what meaning does living your best life have to you personally?
Not strangling kids. Living my best life. Let's see. That just me. I'm a Christian, so I want to live my best representation of Christ every day, and sometimes that's hard. And I feel like I'm being reined in from the inside sometimes, but that's it. So,
That's awesome. Okay, so what do you love in your life other than your family?
other than to eat, I love Chip Ahoy chocolate chip cookies. Did you not? This is a true story. I get up this morning. See, I'm in my husband's office. So I have to whisper this. I get up this morning thinking I'm going to sneak some chocolate chip cookies, and I go in there. He ate all of them last night after his dinner. I stood in front of the cabinets and stomped like a child, like a 2-year-old, going, no. I only wanted 2 cookies and couldn't have them. So
Peter says here, hey, say hi to Griff from the Hunted TV show.
Was he hunting?
Yeah, what's he hunting? Tell us.
Well, hey, is that his name, Griff?
Griff, I guess, yeah.
Oh, like this must be a griffin.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows?
So, what things have you let go out loud? And basically, when I'm asking this question is, what in your life has held you back that you have been vulnerable to share with people that have allowed you to just be yourself and be comfortable?
This is a nice way of putting this. Had a very strict daddy. How's that? Is that
okay? Yep.
So I'll just leave it at that.
So
I had to realize that I can't go back and change time and change some of the things that happen in the way he dealt with those the things that I can't change the way he dealt with me during those times. And he passed away last August, but I had a very sweet time with him over the past 17 years where we grew a relationship and we developed that through theater. Actually, I pulled his, old self into the theater, and that was actually a way that we mended a lot of things. So,
well, as you know, especially when you have kids your own, that kids don't come with a manual. And sometimes parents don't do the best because they don't know, they don't know. They only know what was brought down generation to generation.
I agree.
So yeah, I'm glad you mended that. I'm very, very glad you did that. So let's say what makes you laugh, and other than me, because I do things to make people.
I may not be TikTok famous, but I have never posted a video of me shaking my butt for likes. And if the beat live, Lil Juke made it. Yada 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 yada.
See, I wish I could twerk. I could embarrass my kids to death. Can you imagine? Okay, yeah, all right. That's what makes me laugh is when I can be in a public place and watch my kids turn red. They're grown.
That is so funny. So I want to ask you this. You talked about your kids, but what about your grandkids? Do you use them and your grandchildren as part of your comedy?
Yes. I do. The first time I did it, I felt kind of bad about it, but the response from the audience was so great. I thought, oh, no, I'm not striking that. Y'all can forget that. I talked about my daughter being pregnant for the first time. I was so excited, and I was going to be the best grandmother. And fortunately, she has a wonderful mother-in-law, and I knew there was going to be some competition. So, the first baby comes along, the phone rings after he gets here, and I'm stumbling and fighting to get to the phone, because if I can get to the phone first and she asks, Mom, can you keep Boston today? I get it. I've won. But if I fail, then the mother-in-law is going to be number one. And I would just, but the second time she became pregnant, she was pregnant with twins. And I enjoyed the time before they came. Because when they were born, my phone would ring and I knew what was coming. And I looked at it like it had the plague. I was like, oh, I'm not answering that thing. Because she's going to say, Mama, can you keep the kids today? I'm like, mm-mm. And I was hoping and praying the mother-in-law would win. She'd answer it first because I'm like, ugh. But she ended up with 5 kids. She's married to a preacher, here in the South. That's how we do it. Preacher boys like babies,
Oh my goodness, this is so funny. I was going to ask you this question because, again, I told you I go through your Facebook and I find things, and I realized you have a pool. And so when I come to visit you, I'm going to want to hang out the pool. But then I see a comment here from Pitter. So it's kind of funny. She's like, ask her a little bit about the boy she was teaching to swim about her kitties.
Yes.
Alrighty then. So
can I tell you that?
Yes, please do.
I teach hundreds of kids every year. And so every year I have stories, and this is my all-time favorite out of 25 years. That I had a little boy who was sitting, we sit up on the steps. He's sitting there. He's anxiously waiting for me to stop giving instructions so we can begin the class. And he looks and he goes, Miss Dannette, I like your titties. I'm looking because I've got like 5 other instructors in the pool who act like they've never heard a thing the child said. And I just ignored him. He said it again. Miss Dannette, I like your titties. I'm looking around like, somebody help me here. The parents, I invite parents to stay. Mama's sitting up on my deck reading a book like, he's yours now for 2 hours. I couldn't believe it. I knew one thing, that when I assigned him to somebody, it wasn't going to be me that day. I sent him over to somebody else. So about halfway point, we come back. We're sitting on the step. We're going to talk about some things we've learned, what we're going to do the second half. And he's sitting there. He raises his hand. I mean, just flopping it up in the air. I won't call on him. One instructor says, Danette, Bladen has something to say. I know he does. I'm not going to talk to him. Finally, I have to call on him because the other instructors are getting a little infuriated with me. It's out of character for me. I said, Bladen, what do you want? He said, Miss Danette, I really do like your titties. But my daddy said we can't have any more titties at my house because we already got enough titties. But I think your titties are so cute. Now I'm going to tell you what, I look over to see what he's looking at, and he's looking at my 4 new kittens. I'm like, oh my gosh, I was so excited that's what he was talking about. But then I suddenly realized for about that much, I was disappointed that he wasn't talking about my kittens.
Oh man, that is too cute. That is just...
I love that story. And I actually had taught his mom when she was a little girl, and his mother had been one of my instructors years before this. So,
it's funny you say that, because I just remember that you told me when I met you, and I was like, I gotta talk to her about this. So you've been married 42 years to the same person. Can I just say, I'm not trying to hook a girl's card up here, but I've been married 3 times, 26 years total. I couldn't imagine 42 with one.
Well, honey, I am married to the Bull. That's what he's known around. And here it is, the Bull, Dr. Bull is what they call him. But that's
okay. In Montana, you would think that he's just, you have a ranch with some bulls, and you're talking bull semen, but in Georgia, what are you talking about the bulls for? Yeah. Explain to me. Make this Long Island Puerto Rican girl that lives in Montana understand.
I'll be real nice. I like to bull ride.
But you liking the bull ride and him being called a bull, I don't know. That just don't sound right to me.
It didn't sound right to my daddy either. wonderful husband. I mean, he's perfect. He's just perfect.
Is he? Well, if he's perfect, and Valentine's coming up, so is he romantic perfect?
Yeah, he's romantic. He gives terrible gifts.
Oh, wait a second. Does your husband, does he like to give you a nice gift on that day?
Oh, that's weird. No, he gives terrible gifts. I mean, they're funny. He tries to be funny. One year on Valentine's Day, I came out to the kitchen. He had been up early, so he gets up at 4:00 in the morning, and I don't get up till 6. But on Valentine's, I get up, I come out. There's a platter of 18 deviled eggs on the counter, and I couldn't figure out what the eggs were for. And he said, "Well, honey, you said you wanted something, with warm breezes." And I'm thinking, I told him I wanted to go somewhere with warm breezes. I'm thinking the beach. I like the beach. Oh, no. His thinking is I'm going to eat those 18 deviled eggs and I'm going to feel warm breezes, all right. His humor's a little different from mine, but...
Oh my goodness. I'm going to ask you this question, but I think you need to tell me the here.
So have you ever gotten yourself in a pickle? What kind of pickle would you say you got yourself into? That you learned the most valuable lesson ever.
So I just have a feeling you could tell me a pickle story about your husband too, because it sounds like he's gotten in a pickle with you a few times.
I can tell you about that.
42 years and he still don't have Valentine's Day, right?
No, he still doesn't. Mm-mm.
That's a good marriage for you to see that as an oversight.
I can't tell you about the pickles we've been in because it involves a steering wheel. Anyway, but I will tell you.
So people have seen that in action.
I keep looking because I'm waiting on him to open this door over here and go.
He said hi to me earlier, and I just know that he seemed kind of shy and timid. But now knowing the name and the steering wheel thing, man, that guy's got an alter ego.
Yeah. He's Listen, if that door comes flying open and then you see me flying this way, you'll know it.
You've done talk too much.
But the pickle, I have been in a pickle. And some of you may have done this too, but I have been on a group text before. And on my phone, when a group text pops up, it'll have like that first name is kind of, like it'll be that first name, might even have the first two names, and then you don't see anything else. I clicked on what I thought was a private message one time. And it was not, I was sending my daughter a group text, but I thought it was a private message. And not only that, I included a picture. And so let's just say that there were a lot of people that, oh yeah. Oh no, it was nothing on my body. It may be something that came out of my body, but I had bragging rights, so.
All righty then. I guess that's
she was at school and I was trying to make her, like that. No, I made about 10 people go.
So do you know the Scott person? She's crazy, but glad that it is in a good way.
Oh, yes. Yeah, see, how soon do I forget that these people that I go to church with, or I know, they're tuning in. No, they know my comedy and they know I'm telling the truth. Scott will tell you that I'm telling the truth about my husband too.
That's funny. He'll probably get 10 phone calls after this show. Have you ever met a celebrity?
I have. I've met several, but the most impressive would have to be Kevin Hart. But let me tell you, this is why. I was at the Improv in Atlanta one night, and I came off stage, and Kevin was backstage, and it was dark. I didn't know who he was, and he came to about right here on me. And
That would be about the right size.
all I knew was that this guy was coming up to me and going, hey, man, I just want to tell you that you're incredible. In fact, you're phenomenal. You made those people laugh. You didn't even say one foul word. That's impressive. And I said, okay, well, thank you. I got to go. And I left because all I wanted to do was get on the other side to my husband. I don't know who this strange man was. And following hot in my footsteps was the host of the show that night. And it was, this guy goes, Danette, do you know who that was? No, I couldn't see him. It was Kevin Hart. I'm like, oh, but he paid me a compliment, so that was all that mattered. And he knew that I could make an audience laugh without saying a foul word. I have innuendos, but
I hear you. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Penny says we went through 13 years of school together and have been lifelong friends. She was fun and funny before she was funny. I love it. I love it.
So sweet.
Oh, that's super nice. Thank you, Penny, for saying that. On my show, I love to have people feel loved and acknowledged. And I did that little Snapchat at the beginning because I found a few of your Snapchats.
If you ain't never tried to save a fish's life, I'm just going to tell you right now, it ain't the easiest thing in the world to do. I had to give my fish CPR this morning. I mean, like, jump down in the bowl over there and try to do it. I can't get my big old lips to get that tiny, like that. And then I was supposed to give some puffs. I did. Well, apparently, my puffs was just way too much for Priscilla. I blowed her across the living room over there. She was flying high for a minute. I mean, flying high.
That's the kind of stuff I do off the cuff, and I just have to be careful. I have to be, because animal lovers, fish lovers, they'll attack me sometimes.
Oh my gosh, I think that's hysterical. Oh, and there's one more. This is funny.
I wanted to know what I'd look like with no hair. So I did something real stupid, and I put something on my head called nah. And now I ain't got no hair. So like any good southern country girl, I wrote me a song. If you don't want no hair, all you gotta do is use some nair. If you use nair on your hair, you ain't gonna have no hair anywhere. And I mean anywhere.
Penny's dance Snapchats are perfect. Your pants, hilarious. She must do more of them. Yeah. They don't have that. They don't have that filter no more. I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
So, pee your pants. Oh my goodness, this is just too much fun. Too much fun.
Oh.
So, so you're surviving so far.
Me?
So I'm going to ask you this question here. Can you recall a time in your life when you said, I would never do that you ended up doing?
Mm-hmm. A lot of that came with having kids. Like, I would never let my child talk to me like that. I would never let my child have a pacifier. I would never. The list goes on and on. I'll tell you what, my daughter was probably 2 minutes old. I was sticking a pacifier in her mouth. I made her keep it in there for 5 years so she'd keep her mouth shut. And my kids, I'd say, they're not going to talk to me like that. They didn't talk to me certain ways in front of my face, but I'm sure they did behind my back. But I learned a valuable lesson early on, and that was, don't ever say your kids won't do anything. Because as soon as you say it, It's going to happen. It may not be then, but I promise you, down the road, it will happen. I don't care if they're 39. My daughter's 39. If she's doing things I swore she'd never do. So it happens.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, people need to realize you got to be careful of the nevers you're going to say, because you just wrote yourself something. So I tell people I'm never going to be a billionaire, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Good luck.
Yeah, well, I'll never be a billionaire. Okay, so what's your big, hairy, audacious goals?
Let's see. I would love to be able to be, I know it's really, really hard right now, but I would love to be able to be known as a comedian, like maybe worldwide, and maybe not. No, worldwide may not like my comedy, but on a bigger spectrum, so that I could stay at home. See, I like doing it on this platform because I can be at home. I don't have to leave the kids or my husband. But I also enjoy traveling and doing my comedy too. I don't know. I just want people to laugh and have fun. I want everybody to be able to laugh. And I think that'd be great if I could make, hundreds of thousands and millions of people laugh.
So, actually, Glenn Morshower would say you'd probably want unlimited. Why limited to 1,000 or to the world? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, what do you do to continue doing your comedy? I mean, I know that I thought it would be a great thing, but it seems like a lot of work to me.
It is hard. And that's the thing, is people don't realize how hard it is, because especially if you work I'm considered a relatively clean comedian. So I have to work hard when I'm working on my material to make sure that I'm memorizing and keeping my memory skills fresh. And during 2020, that was hard because everything canceled and I became lazy, and there was new material out there. If I'm not working it, I have to, even though I'm not doing shows, I still have to work, daily, working on jokes and rehearsing. And it's not, you rehearse facial expressions, things you do with your hands, the way you stand. It's everything. It's hard. People just, I try to make it look easy. And if it looks easy, it's because I've worked hard.
Right. So you said jokes. So let's come on with it. What's the funniest joke you know by heart?
Can't tell it on here.
Why not? Hey, come on now.
No.
You're gonna make me play this one.
Come on. You can do better than that. Answer the question.
Somebody ruins it for everybody else, and then you gotta be covered for it. So I'm covered, man.
Well,
Come on.
Wait a minute.
Come on. Everybody.
Are you talking about my jokes?
I don't know. Just any jokes, man. Come on.
Any joke. No, well, Buddy Hackett. You know Buddy Hackett?
Yes.
He was just an amazing person. I love to watch. And most of the comedians I watch were females, but he is just a great comedian. He would tell this joke about this guy going to a farm and saying to the farmer that he could talk to the animals, and asking the farmer, do you want me to talk to your animals and see what they think about you and see if they've got any complaints? The farmer goes, yeah. You see if you can do that. Well, he goes out and he talks to the mule first. The mule goes, hey, he's got me resized for a bit and it hurts. I can't work as hard as I used to. And he said, if you change my bit back to where it was, I wouldn't hurt. I will be more productive. He goes back and tells the farmer what the mule says. The farmer says, that's right. I did change that bit. I'm changing it back. He said, you want to talk to any more of the animals on the farm? Sure, let me go talk to your cows. Goes out to talk to the milking cow, and she goes, he's got me on this milking machine. He's cranked that thing up, and I'm not producing as much milk anymore. And if he would just not have it sucking so hard, I would produce more milk. He goes back, tells the farmer. The farmer goes, that's right, I did. I went from 30% all the way up to 40%. I'm pulling it back. This is amazing. And he said, well, go out, talk to any more of the animals, come back. Buddy Hackett I'm sorry, Buddy. The farmer comes back and says, let me read it. The guy goes out, comes back and says to the farmer, I went out and talked to the sheep. And the farmer goes, they're nothing but a bunch of liars. Liars. The sheep are nothing but a bunch of liars.
That just ain't right. Oh my God.
I love it. No, it's just
that's super funny. That's super funny.
See, the thing is I like those kind of jokes because it can go as far as the person hearing that joke. It can go as far as their mind will let it. And
oh my goodness. So, what's the most spontaneous thing you've ever done?
Really, this is going to be dull for some people, but a picnic. After church one Sunday, my husband and I we left town. We didn't tell the kids where we were going. We didn't call. We didn't tell a soul. And so we just went up to the North Georgia mountains, went on a picnic. And to me, to this day, that was the most wonderful, spontaneous thing that we've done. Not because we went on the picnic, it's what we did on the picnic.
Oh, here we come, another bull story.
Mm-hmm.
And a bull only goes for 8 seconds. I'm just leaving.
Not this bull.
Oh, I can't believe I said that.
That's okay. I'm waiting on him to come tearing through the door going, okay. Especially when I'm looking down there and I'm seeing that patients of his they're hearing all this. But it's not the first time.
I love it. What makes a person beautiful to you?
Their inner soul. A physical appearance means nothing to me. And it bothers me to be around people who think that their appearance, their physical appearance, matters to me. That's probably not even a good question to ask me because I get riled up on this one, but I shouldn't, because a person's soul is it's just so important and if you can appreciate a person's inner being and their soul and where their kindness is coming from. And if I know so many people who've been beaten down because their physical appearance didn't meet the criteria of the world. And it just kills me.
Well,
sorry.
No, it's okay, because this question, everything we talk about sometimes is just a reflection of our perception or how we see the world and things like that. Usually when I ask this question, I find, that people are describing themselves. And so this time, as you're describing, it just describes the love you have for other people and who they are, for the being and the smile and the person that's in front of you without any judgment. And I feel that from you. And I instantly loved you the minute you came up on a Saturday before my show. I was early and I'm talking to one of my friends. Yeah, it was Tinder Brian. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you walk in, I'm like, hello, I think you're in the wrong room. You're like, oops. I'm like, it's not like we were doing anything. You acted like you caught us doing something. I was like, oops. I'm like, and then I was like, wait. Did you get the link from Pitter? And so I just figured that's what happened. You had no idea she threw you into something spontaneous and whatnot, but that was really funny. So again, it was just really nice because I there was something about you that I was like, wait, maybe she's here because she's supposed to be here. I didn't want to let you go until I got to talk to you. So I felt pretty blessed.
Oh yeah, well, I felt the same way about you because, you know, you and I had a chance to talk after the show, and you were so sweet and kind, and you let me share some things that I don't share with anyone, and you made me feel very comfortable, and I appreciate that.
Oh, wow.
Sudden
Like,
friendship.
it was an instant friendship, and I got Pitter to thank for that too. That's for sure. So let me ask you this question. What's the biggest factor that has helped you to be successful in comedy? I mean, because you're sought out, right? I mean, like people are knocking at your door at times, aren't they? So are you doing a lot online for these organizations and stuff?
Well, 2020 brought about the craziest thing is that my calendar was filling up. It was getting full, and I was so excited because I was popular. And then the pandemic hit, and then God said, "Yeah, look at this popular girl." Oh gosh. So that threw me back. I think it reined me back into who I am. You know, I was becoming a little too sassy for my britches. You know, I'm known as a sassy Southern lady, but maybe a little too sassy there for a little bit. God just reined me back in, and it was good. So I had to do the like Zoom, and that was a little bit different when I was doing if I'm doing it for a corporation, and they were wanting the most sought out thing was for their employees who were depressed. So we would do these Zoom comedy shows. I could see all the faces, but it would only allow me to hear about 10 laughs. And so I was like, because if you have any more than that, then the volume of it would just kill your ears. So I learned a lot about myself then. That helped me to realize what makes me successful. What made me successful is my friends and my family. I didn't realize this when I started, that a lot of comedians don't have friends and family around who will come out and support them. And hey, Derek and Kelsey, I love y'all. But my friends and family would go to Atlanta to support me. And the first night I was out there, we show up with, we were at the Punchline, and there were like 20-something people. I didn't realize that was a lot of people. And then there was a place in Beaufort that I showed up one night, and I told them, I said, y'all, I'm bringing about 52 people so far. They laughed at me when I called and told them. And they said, in your dreams. I said, well, I'm just calling so you can be prepared. And we show up with all 52 people. There was one waitress, and when she saw all of us coming in, her name was Red, and we were at the Beaufort Variety Theater. Show up, she goes, oh, shit. I said, I called to tell you. And she says, well, nobody told me. I didn't know you were bringing this meat. Well, yeah. But hey, you know what? My friends and family are the ones who kind of pulled me through that time where people were wanting me to come to their venues because I was bringing people and I was making them money, you know, but that support is amazing.
That's funny.
Have you ever been just trying to go to the bathroom, minding your own business while you doing your own business? Well, y'all, that's what I was doing when on the other side of the door I kept hearing, Mama Diane, Mama Diane, what you doing in there? And you just try to pretend like you ain't even in there. Y'all, that was fun. Until I saw his little hand come up under the door over there. And I was finished doing what I come in there to do. And I couldn't help myself. I ran over there to the door and I grabbed his arm and I tried to pull him up under the door. Now he's mad at me. And he won't talk to me. But at least he's not saying, Mama Diane! Mama Diane! What you doing there?
Listen, that's true. I didn't really pull him under the door, but I did go over. There were little fingers like this up under, just like right up under the edge of the door. I could just touch the tips of them.
Oh my goodness.
And it scared him, but that's how it is for moms. And I'm Mama Dan. That's what my grandkids call me. When you're trying to go to the bathroom, that's what it's like.
Oh man. So let me ask you this question. What's the best piece of advice you have received, whether it be for comedy or anything else?
Stop talking long enough to listen. And because I talk a lot, I've always said my daddy thought I was going to be a lawyer because I talk all the time, but I talk a lot. And, a lot. And I just have to just remember to just listen. And I have found that if I will do that, then things turn out pretty good.
Absolutely. So if you had one piece of advice to someone just starting out in comedy, what would it be?
Oh, don't give up. Don't be discouraged. Don't give up. For me, I had to be very careful because if you become successful early on, you'll have some people who will try to knock you down, and you can't listen to that. Just keep going, and honing your craft, because it is a craft and it is work. And get with someone you trust to tell you the truth. And if they say something's not funny, don't do it. My husband he writes a lot of my material. And if I'm doing something he's written, or if I'm doing something that I've written, if he says it's not funny and I present it on stage, it's a flop. So I've just learned, you got to listen. If somebody that loves you says, I ain't funny, don't do it again. Just don't do it.
I got to ask you this question. What personal traits has gotten you in the most trouble? And I know it's talking, but other than talking, I mean, like.
Let's see. Other than talking?
Well, you can say talking, but what's gotten you in trouble from that?
I'll tell you another thing is, not just the talk, but the talking is part of it.
Yeah, because we're getting ready to leave here soon, so we're almost out of time.
Okay, I'll hurry. My kids and my husband don't cross my path. I mean, don't even look at them like that. I get weird. I get crazy. I get loud. I kick off my flip-flops. I take off my earrings, and I'm ready to fight. So just be good to my kids and my husband, and we're good to go.
Somebody says,
"Oh, Andre, hey!"
Yes, it says, "Hey, Danette, always listen to the bull."
I do. Yeah.
And Derek says they love you.
Oh,
so, girl, this has been more than fun. This has been like talking to a friend that I haven't seen in years, and we just became friends. So I feel like we're going to end up doing some girl comedy stuff together. And me, I'll be your MC. I ain't going to be practicing no damn jokes. I'll be I say things to make myself laugh. Yeah. Everybody else is along for the ride.
Hey, listen, do me one favor.
Yes.
Tell people where this show's coming from. Right?
Oh, I'm in Billings, Montana. And I'm in Billings, Montana, and that's no bull. I still think that we need to have a show and talk about this whole bull thing, because I just don't even know. Yes. Just don't even know. Thank you. That's one of my friends.
Hey.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Danette, this has been great. I'd love to have you back. And matter of fact, if you could get on a desktop, it'd be nice to have you at Bubba's Bar. next time. So that was
Be fun.
that was far-fetched there. So, oh, Bob says he loves you.
Oh,
Or Kathy Lopez says she loves you. I'm sorry. So,
yeah.
well, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Really greatly appreciate it. And Lauren sent, oh, that must be your daughter.
That's my baby girl. That's my
Oh, that's sweet. That's awesome. So let me close out with this little, you stay right there and let me close out with this little intro thing.